In Star Wars Episode 1, they explain the magic. When you explain the magic of something, it ruins the allure of it. As a matter of fact, even Piece right now, they didn't even explain devil fruits. As a matter of fact, in Naruto, the story was amazingly good until they introduced Kaguya at the end of Naruto and they explained the magic. Every time a story explains this magic, it gets ruined, unless that story's main principal core is the magic within it. Like Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter explained its magic, but then expanded on that explanation by giving us a smidgen of that explanation while not truly explaining that magic. Within that magic are deeper explanations of how the magic works. Yes, you can explain Nen and Hunter x Hunter. That's fine and dandy. Give me all the Nen types. That's fine. However, there are specific rules and restrictions within that. Jujutsu Kaisen tried its best to do that, but didn't really understand what Hunter x Hunter did, and just kind of makes up things as it goes along. So they explain their magic incorrectly. Jujutsu Kaisen power system is very confusing. I don't understand it. Hunter x Hunter, I fully understand. I understand the whole thing about restrictions. Star Wars released The Acolyte, and that whole show sucks. Every bit of Star Wars The Acolyte sucks. I've watched it. Did I enjoy it? A little bit. I enjoyed it a little bit. Marvel tried to explain its magic. They have too many side stories with She-Hulk and Loki. I don't even like Loki anymore. I don't like a little bit of the side story. Secret Wars, didn't enjoy that. I don't enjoy it. Why don't I enjoy this? Because the series are going on too long. Every series that I love and enjoy has gone on too long. Let's start with Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball Z should have ended at the Cell Saga, personally. That's just me personally. And then we got a little bit of fatigue with the Buu Saga. Now, I love Buu as a villain, but he is not a Dragon Ball Z villain. He's a Dragon Ball villain. He is from Dragon Ball. That boy is not a Z villain. Kid Buu? Maybe a little bit. Super Buu? Definitely a Dragon Ball Z villain. But Majin Buu in himself is not a Dragon Ball Z villain. Frieza, Raditz, Vegeta, Nappa, hell, even the Ginyu Force. Those are Dragon Ball Z villains. Sharper lines, less goofy. That's the beautiful thing about them. I like them. They're hard, concrete. Android 17, 18. Those are Dragon Ball Z villains. I think it should have ended the Cell Saga. That's just me personally. Dabura even, Dragon Ball Z villain. Truly, he is. And then it went on too long with Super. Super is not good. I don't like Super at all. I don't think a single piece of Dragon Ball Super is a good show. Not even a little bit. There hasn't been a single good arc in the entire show, and I will die on that hill. I don't care what anyone says. Ultra Ego Vegeta hasn't gotten a single victory. Ultra Instinct Goku barely, ever so barely, beat Jiren slightly. And when Ultra Instinct popped up yet again, it barely beat Moro. And Moro was just Cell. Every single instance of Dragon Ball Z Super has disappointed me. The entirety of the Granola arc sucks. Every bit of it. Retconning previous established lore points in your story is disgusting to me. I hate that. I really do. I'm not a fan of that at all. Naruto, with all of Boruto. I have watched all of Boruto. I still read the Blue Vortex series. I hate it. I only read it because I'm keeping up with it. When a series goes on too long, when a series continually goes on to the end of time and it just more media to be produced, it becomes a facsimile. It becomes a caricature of what it once was. It loses its core base roots of what made it a good story in the first place. With Star Wars, they lost the entire premise of what it was. We didn't know Darth Vader. Discovering that Darth Vader was Luke's father was such a big revelation. Skywalker. If we watched episodes 1, 2, and 3 first, we wouldn't have gotten that big revelation. Explaining that as midi-chlorians? Midi-chlorians are the same thing to me as S-cells in Dragon Ball Z. Or Dragon Ball Super. Same exact thing. Oh, it's based on the biology of the... No! Don't explain your magic. Legend of Korra with Avatar Wand. It tried to explain his magic. And I love Avatar Wand. First Avatar, great character. Super cool. I love him. However, explaining the magic ruined the story for me. I love Korra as a character. She's amazing. She was naturally gifted in all elements besides air. The previous Avatar's element. Same with Aang. He was not good at fire. The previous Avatar's element. That's amazing. I love that core part of the story. That's really cool. I love that. However, and I say this with my whole soul and my whole chest, when you continue a story and don't let it die peacefully, it gets worse. The only show that I've seen do this successfully is Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. I love Better Call Saul. Great show. Breaking Bad is a perfect series to me. I think that's a perfect series. However, House of Dragon and Game of Thrones, nope, that sucks. I'm not even a fan of that. I'm not. They would much rather focus on an established IP and bury it into the ground, I'm talking about you, Toy Story 4, than make a new IP that has the same accolades of it, because you're scared to exist. Your fear of existing, the fear is driving companies to make gobbledygook and garbage. And I hate that. Because you can't continually establish different set lore points while destroying the previous lore points. You can't do that. If you're going to make something new, have it be within the basis of the universe. One show that I think is amazing that could probably go on forever is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The reason I like that show, I thought that at part 3, they would run out of things to talk about. But they did something I didn't think any show would ever do. They toned down the stakes. Part 3, Dio was probably going to take over the world. He could stop time. He was amazing. Part 4, it is centralized to a small town. It isn't a world-spanning adventure. It's literally in one town. I think part 4 of JoJo is one of the best parts to me. That's how I feel. I think it's amazing. And then we got part 5 and part 6. And they got back to the crazier stakes, but it's different stories. It's still in the same universe, but different universes. That's how JoJo's works. It's beautiful like that. Naruto destroyed the entirety of the previous thing set up. Naruto doesn't even know if he should have became Hokage. It's all messed up. When you let a story go on too long, you begin to see the cracks in the foundation and the destruction of it. I'm so happy that the Emperor's New Groove is just one movie and Crunk's New Groove. I'm lying. I hate the new Megamind show. I despise the new Megamind show because it destroyed every previously established lore point within the series. When a show goes on too long, it gets disgusting. It gets stale. And I hate that. I hate seeing my favorite IPs. I hate seeing my favorite things get destroyed and disgusted and broken down and beaten. It makes me feel bad because I want more from these things. It's depressing. I hate that. That's all I have to say.